Well, thank you. It's pretty tough to follow that, Joss. I mean, wow, that was impressive. So good evening, everyone. I'm super honored, excited, happy, very proud to be not only seeing Joselin sworn in as president, but also honored to be the person that she asked to do the installation. It really means a lot to me to see her get sworn into, one of the, I would say, I think it's top 5 largest local real estate associations in America, I believe. So it's very impressive. I remember like yesterday, August of 2012, this young lady came in my office and said, "Hi, I'm thinking about getting into real estate." And my husband's been encouraging me, and of course I knew my husband, I grew up with him, and he's been a friend for over 30 years. I think he's supposed to be up here with me. Come on, sir, come on, come on. And she said, "I told Teddy that I'm thinking about it," and he said, "If you get into real estate, you're doing it in Lamacchia." So as you can tell, this guy's a great guy, a very smart guy, obviously. But she came in, and we talked it over. And at that time, I will tell you all, Joselin was a little less outspoken, a little more reserved, maybe even shy sometimes. Teddy might not agree, but a little more shy. We all know that certainly changed, and it's changed for the better. But it's funny how it went, because she started as a brand new agent coming out of the travel agency, as her mother explained, and literally just dove into everything we do, and went from being a brand new agent, new to everything, nervous to use, like, "Okay, Joselin, call lead back. This is a script you can use," or some idea like that. And she would actually go out of the house and go into her car and use it so that Teddy didn't hear her on the phone with leads when she first started. But that's obviously all changed. She's one of the top agents in our company every single year. Out of 760 agents, she's in the top 5, top 3 all the time. And she makes me very proud in many ways. The other day, I asked Sarah, who I started the company with, she's over there, give a wave, Sarah. I said, "Sarah, do me a favor. Can you look up how much real estate Joselin has sold since she started in the business?" And Sarah looked it up. So since that fall of 2012, when she started, and in the first 6 months, she asked Teddy how many times, "I think Anthony's going to fire me, do you think? Do you think? Because she thought she was supposed to start selling immediately, and I don't know, she's crazy thinking I was going to fire her. I would never. But since that time, she has had 484 sales for $319 million worth of business. Close. So I think it's fair to say she's done well. And in addition to doing well from the sales side, she's also been a very strong factor in our company with giving me advice, giving us candid feedback, and Teddy will attest, you don't ever have to wonder if Joselin's giving you candid feedback. If you ask, she will tell. But she has been just terrific. And I thought it would be a nice idea to ask the management team and a few people that have worked with her for a long time to email me back some thoughts. And Katie, my assistant, and I are seeing the thoughts come through, and it was heartwarming. So I'm going to read just a few of them. She gives honest advice and blunt feedback that I very much appreciate. She is a true leader. She's incredibly caring and a team player. She wants to help anyone she can and help all of her fellow agents. Her energy, enthusiasm, and passion is contagious. She's a hard worker and will do anything to help. Her communication is next level, and she's never too busy to respond. She's a top agent in the company, but still will take on a relocation client that maybe isn't financially as favorable to her and treat them just like every other client. I could go on and on and on and on, but I don't want to do that. So I'm going to move into the more formal part now. I think you need to come up here now, right? I'm going to join you over here. Joselin, as president of the Greater... I don't want you guys back there. Come on. Thank you. You too. Don't be shy. All right. We got pictures to take. Come on. You're getting well-deserved recognition. Joselin, as the president of the Greater Boston Association of Realtors, you will be the official spokesperson, and public representative for the real estate profession in metropolitan Boston. This responsibility requires the dedication to be knowledgeable about real estate issues and trends, you have no problem with that, and the commitment to be well-spoken on matters which affect members of the association. You have the responsibility to take a defining role in leading this association by working hard, thinking clearly, dealing fairly, and acting with purpose. The character and devotion you provide in the form of your leadership during the coming year can become the greatest virtue in the performance of your responsibilities. Your actions and decisions must be guided by a deep and abiding concern for the welfare of your members and the best interests of the public you serve. With the title of president comes the privilege of service to your profession and the real estate industry, as well as the tremendous satisfaction that comes through the unselfish investment of your time and your talent. If you are prepared to accept these responsibilities, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly and sincerely promise that you will administer the office of President of the Greater Boston Association of Realtors to the best of your ability and judgment, in conformity with the bylaws and Constitution of the Greater Boston Association of Realtors and the Greater Boston Real Estate Board? That you will observe and enforce the Realtors Code of Ethics, that you will promote and support the mission of the Greater Boston, Massachusetts, and National Association of Realtors, that your actions will be governed by the principles of honesty, justice, fairness, in every manner possible. You will work to promote and safeguard the best interests and welfare of the members of the association and the public that we serve. If so, please answer by saying, I do.
I do.
You may lower your hand. Congratulations. By the virtue of the authority conferred upon me, I do hereby proclaim you to be duly and officially installed as President of the Greater Boston Association of Realtors. To further signify your installation to the presidency, I am proud to present you with your President's pin. This pin carries with it the duties and fiduciary responsibilities of the office of the President to which you have been elected. I stumbled because I had a moment of, oh my God, where's the pin? Right here. That was literally why I stumbled as I was looking around. May this pin serve as a reminder to you of the trust your colleagues have placed in you to be the public face and voice of this organization and to protect and advance their business interests in all of your public actions. Congratulations.
I recognize that I am between you and dinner, so I promise to be quick. Well, I first want to start off tonight with a few very, very well-deserved thank yous. Thank you to the incredible staff at GBAR led by Maria Brogan. For an association of our size, we run a small but mighty crew. Thank you for everything that you do. To our installing officers, Dino Compoloni and Amy Walden. Thank you for being mentors within our organization. And to Anthony Lamacchia. Your push and encouragement didn't just get me involved in the organization. There are two of the reasons why I'm standing here today. So, Anthony, I do blame you. To the incoming and outgoing executive team and board of directors, the hours you put in voluntarily are nothing short of extraordinary. And especially to Mark Triglione, affectionately known by me as Super Marco. The nickname started because you never know when Mark's going to walk in with a surprise mustache. But the nickname stuck because he really is Super Mark. He knows everybody by name, he leads with heart, And he shows up with integrity and passion every single day. I mean, did you see the passion? Thank you for everything that you've done this year. To our sponsors, your partnership doesn't just make events like this possible, they make our jobs possible. We're forever grateful for your expertise, generosity, and collaboration. To my family, my friends, and my Lamacchia family that are here tonight, thank you for supporting me both professionally and personally. Mom, thank you for those words. I wonder every day how I got so lucky to have you as parents. And after hearing my dad speak, you know why I need therapy. I love you. And I want to thank my wonderful mother-in-law, Marina Margarian. She provided tonight's entertainment. And Adrian Marchese. We were college besties, and in 2016, she became my transaction coordinator. For nearly 10 years, you've been by my side. You being on my team allows me to do this, so I recognize that and thank you. And to my husband, Denny. Thank you for giving me the push to get into real estate and believing in me before I ever believed in myself. Real estate has changed my life. I used to be the person that would drive to work and think, should I get out of the car? Should I just quit, go home? My soul felt like it was being crushed every single day. Teddy encouraged me to get into real estate, and I always pushed back. Let's be honest, realtors don't have the best reputation. On TV, we're usually portrayed as the overzealous, slightly clueless character in a suit that's just chasing the next deal. That's not who I was, and that's not who I wanted to be. But I quickly learned just how wrong that stereotype is, and how deeply meaningful the work that we do is. You've already heard from Darlene about how real estate has changed her life, and I'd like to share a few stories about how real estate changed my family's life. As my parents mentioned, I come from an Italian background. Both sides immigrated from Sicily. My mom's parents, Rocco and Lena Lograsso, are here tonight. They were born in Riese, Sicily. My grandfather, the son and grandson of sulfur miners, became a barber just 9 years old to avoid the mines himself. Soon after marrying, my grandparents immigrated to the United States. In the 1970s, they purchased a classic Southie triple-decker for $29,000, and everyone told them they overpaid. Now, please feel free to share this story with your client's dad when he's telling your client that they overpaid. Today, they still live on the first floor of that home, and they rent the other 2 units. As a barber and a homemaker, there were no 401ks and IRAs. Today, I take them to their doctor's appointments, and I see firsthand their medical bills, their grocery bills, their tax bills, their utility bills. They could not survive on Social Security alone. My grandmother, who's here, these are her words, she often says, if we didn't have the rent, what would we do? Real estate didn't just change their lives, it sustains their lives. Because of real estate, they are able to age in place, surrounded by family and loved ones. And although they've, at almost 86 and 81 years old, they have deserved the right to do absolutely nothing. You will still find my grandfather every Monday cutting hair at my Uncle Sal's barbershop, Lograsso's barbershop in Southie, and my grandmother still hosting Sunday dinner with the best meatballs you've ever had. My dad's family has their own story. My dad, along with my Aunt Joanne, who's also here tonight, and my grandparents, Gaetano and Josephine Zagami, who are no longer with us, were all born in Bedsolo, Sicily. At first, America wasn't easy for them. You heard my dad say he went to the 4th grade 4 times, because they moved back and forth from Italy a few times, and the last time they did come by boat, so yes, my father's quite literally off the boat. For many reasons, my grandparents were not able to buy a home. When my parents married, they bought a 2-family in Arlington, where my grandparents and my Aunt Grace, lived on the first floor, and we lived upstairs. Growing up in a multi-generational home was truly a gift. My brother and I were able to learn the Sicilian language, we learned our culture, and we were always surrounded by our aunts, uncles, and cousins, most of which are here tonight, which is a testament to the bonds that we created that have endured till adulthood. But the biggest gift that that home gave us was security. We always had a safe place to land, a luxury my father did not have, and that most of us in this room take for granted. Because my parents owned that home, my brother and I had a safety net that allowed us to take risks, explore, and pursue our own paths. Real estate didn't just build generational wealth, it built generational stability. Mapa, nonna, see, you should be proud of what you've accomplished. Thank you for giving us what you were not given, and thank you for setting the example for us to follow. He's crying beautifully. As realtors, we have a front row seat to situations like this every single day. We work with first-generation homeowners breaking cycles, newly engaged couples, growing families, downsizing families, individuals relocating in and out of Massachusetts, families grieving the loss of a loved one, forced to sell a home filled with memories. This is just a small list of many. And through every single one of these circumstances, there's a realtor, an advisor, an advocate, a therapist, a confidant, a friend, supporting our clients through deeply emotional life moments while helping them navigate one of the most biggest financial decisions of their lives. That is who we are, and that is what we do. As president of the Greater Boston Association of Realtors, I will not make a promise that I cannot keep, but I will promise to be a consistent and unwavering voice for you and your clients. Through our advocacy efforts with GREB, MAR, and NAR, we will continue to protect our profession and the rights of homeowners and property owners across Greater Boston. Real estate is more than just contracts, commissions, and closings. It's the stories of families, it's mine, it's yours, it's the thousands of families that we serve. It's the power to create stability, opportunity, and legacy. I am honored to represent you and to champion the work that we do every single day. Here's to a year of purpose, progress, and more surprise mustaches from Supermarket. Thank you all.